welcome back. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, broadcasting to you live from the Panic Mall. We're streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio, as we just wrapped up a good Tuesday with, we had Carol Ann, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin, and follow that with Matt Gibbs, as we just finished up with Matt Gibbs, Sunrise Automotive, Auto Repair, Personal Care. Some good questions that we had from the callers today, which was good. Sun's starting to break a little bit, but as it's doing so, it's adding just a little bit more of that heat and humidity. So with that being said, we got some of the clouds moving in for maybe some potential for, like we were talking, of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. 81 currently, 95% humidity. It is sticky out there, mostly cloudy for today, as we see a high of 90, and they're going to report a heat index that's going to be close to 100, as they are calling for around 2 p.m. today for another 60% of rain and chance of showers and thunderstorms to continue. As we had a lot of it this morning, a little break right now, a little sunshine and warmth to dry some things out before it gets wet again. As 10:42, as we're coming up on rounding out our show here, as it is now time for your Ocala Quick Minute News. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, Quick Minute News. It was 6 months ago today that the first case of COVID-19 were announced in Florida, one each in Hillsborough and Manatee counties along the Gulf Coast. Life around Miami-Dade County, the epicenter of the pandemic in Florida, may feel a bit more normal. Restaurants and casinos were allowed to reopen yesterday, but obviously with restrictions. Owners and customers were both happy to be back, and Magic City Casino says there was a line outside the door when it opened. Instead of October 31st, census workers are facing an earlier deadline, as they only have until the end of September to count every person in Florida and across the country. While they're knocking on doors, those who haven't participated, they're also checking themselves for accuracy.
If we come back to your door and you know that you have completed the census, we are there for a definite purpose. It's more than likely for what we call a re-interview based on a quality check.
As Marilyn Stevens, the Census Bureau in Florida, says while the nation return rate is nearly 65%, it's less than 62% here in Florida. There wasn't a SpaceX launch this morning from Cape Canaveral, as Alan Spector reports.
The company is pushing back the launch of its next batch of Starlink internet satellites to Thursday morning. SpaceX says it will use the extra time for a data review. Liftoff is now set for 8:46 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. I'm Alan Spector.
Floridians who have fallen behind on their rent and mortgage payments are getting another reprieve, Roy O'Neill reports.
The governor extended for a month his modified moratorium on evictions. It's not a blanket no evictions order. It suspends only the final action at the end of an eviction proceeding, and only for tenants who've been adversely affected by the COVID emergency. Since limiting the scope of the original moratorium, eviction filings have skyrocketed statewide, while local governments are now using CARES Act money to try and keep more people in their homes. I'm Rory O'Neill.
2 months before Election Day, it's National Poll Worker Recruitment Day. Supervisors of elections across Florida are desperate to find help as they expect high turnout at the polls.
From checking in voters and ballot distribution to maintaining order at the polls. You are, in fact, the face of the Elections Department.
As in sports, Florida's Serena Williams has her eye on history when she begins play today at the U.S. Open in New York City this afternoon. A 24th singles champion would tie her with Margaret Court for the most Grand Slam single titles. At age 38, Serena's window is closing. In Court, the legendary Australian considered the greatest women's player ever. When she was 31, she won the 24th Grand Slam at the U.S. Open in 1973. It says this year's Open is a no-fans affair because of the coronavirus pandemic. The Lightning are a step closer to capturing the Stanley Cup. It's Victor Hedman scoring the winning goal in the second overtime last night as Tampa Bay beat the Bruins 3-2 to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Bolts will face either the Islanders or the Flyers in the conference finals in the NHL bubble in Toronto. For your Ocala Quick Minute News, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. more show. We'll be back after this.
WOCA. Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my
too.
seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
There's a staycation right here in town. It's Super 8 Motel Ocala, right down the road on 40, just west of I-75. And they're pet friendly. Have truck parking, free breakfast,
Yum, yum.
a swimming pool, a kiddie pool, and veterans get 10% off. It's a staycation at Super 8 Ocala. Call today, Super 8 Ocala at 352-629-8794. Again, 352-629-8794.
People ask me why I've worked at Palm Garden for so long, and I tell them it's the people. I love to hear the life stories, especially those from the greatest generation. Celebrating life stories is what sets Palm Garden apart, finding out what's important to them. And I love being a resource. Like Macy's Santa, if I can't help, I'll send them to Gimbel's. After all, Palm Garden is located on 34th Street. I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Call me and let's chat. 854-6262.
Finally, the Cowboys are back in Ocala. September 4th and 5th, 7:30 nightly. Don't miss the 38th annual Ocala Shrine Rodeo. Broncs, Bulls, and Bullfighters. Two big shows as Cowboys ride to help children walk. For tickets and information, check out OcalaShrineRodeo.com. September 4th and 5th, Broncs, Bulls, and Bullfighters. Don't miss the 38th annual Ocala Shrine Rodeo.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity, and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex. Think you know Dex?
when it really counts. Depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
A mix of sun and clouds for today with a thunderstorm. Humid day with a high 90 to 93. Partly cloudy this evening, then areas of low clouds later at night with a low 74 to 76. Some sun Wednesday, turning cloudy with a thunderstorm. High 90 to 94. Partly sunny and humid for Thursday with a high 91 to 95. For Friday, mostly sunny, humid, high 92 to 96. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
Some would say that this country is in the toilet. Some would even go so far as to say the economy is going down the drain. But we say, if water runs through it, we do it.
At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't make promises we can't keep. We'll be there on time, every time. We promise to work around your schedule and not ours. And we won't charge you overtime for nights, weekends, or holidays. So remember, if water runs through it, we do it. Mike Scott Plumbing, 237-2888.
Hi, I'm Sean Scott, owner of Mike Scott Plumbing, and I approve this message.
There's only one place in town just like Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, and you'll see what we mean when you enter this 5-acre garden on Southeast 38th Street. For example, check out its selection of trees, all sizes, large, all the way up to super jumbo. Truly more trees in this place than you can imagine. What's more, when you buy one tree at Bob's super low price, you get another one just like it for half price. Now that's a deal, and it's every day, all day. Come pick yours out. Check inside their old-timey greenhouse for lots of late-season decorating ideas. Most all indoor foliage is marked down by 10 to 20%. And the selection is huge. And by the way, blooming hanging baskets, they're buy one, get one at half price. Come join the crowd, see your friends and neighbors any day 9 to 4:30, Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street in the same blooming place since 1952.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Pals Ocala Auto Repair fixes all makes and models. Pals makes sure that your vehicle's engine, mechanical, and electrical components are healthy at all times. Pals team would much rather see you drive to their shop for a full checkup than be towed in for a complex repair. Give Pals a call today to schedule your next service appointment. 352-414-2984. What? A nationwide warranty, 36 months or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first? Pals looks forward to servicing you and servicing your vehicle. 352-414-2984.
And welcome back. You're listening to Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, 10:56, 4 minutes before the top of the 11 o'clock hour, rounding out our AM Ocala Live for this Tuesday. One thing to leave you with is what they say here is one Disney World resort will not reopen until next summer, as they say, may remain closed indefinitely. It says Walt Disney World is postponing the reopening of its Polynesian Village resorts until what they say is next summer, as the coronavirus pandemic continues to hit hotel occupancy in Central Florida. It says Disney has postponed the reopening of the Polynesian Village multiple times as of late June, as it was supposed to reopen August 12th, and then as of July, it was supposed to reopen then October 4th. It says two other Disney World resorts, the Beach Club Resort and Boardwalk Inn, will remain closed indefinitely. It says Disney resorts had closed along with Disney World in mid-March, as Disney World's theme parks reopened there in mid-July, as hotel occupancy in Orlando continues to be among the lowest in the country, according to the STR, which tracks hotel occupancy data. It says here, which is incredible too, by the way, as of the week ending August 22nd, occupancy in the Orlando market was 29.3%, well below the national average of 48.8%. In the quarterly earnings presented earlier in August, Disney executives said that Disney World was struggling to attract visitors making long-distance trips to the Florida theme park, who also books flights and hotels. Meanwhile, Hotels, the Universal Orlando Resort, announced that in late August that more than 800 employees will be losing their jobs as Florida theme park industries continue to be devastated by the pandemic. Employees at the Hard Rock Hotel, Lowe's Portofino Bay Hotel, and Cabana Bay Beach Resorts were indefinitely furloughed or permanently terminated, according to the notice by Lowe's Hotels Incorporated. So, well, a lot going on there. As company director said in a letter to the state, that the surge of confirmed cases in late July and June, other states' decision to order Florida travelers to quarantine, has caused a sudden, dramatic, and unexpected reversal in bookings. And according to the Florida Department of Health, that had more than 616,000 cases of Monday. Only California has more, they say. But Disneyland and other California theme parks are still waiting for their state guidance on when to reopen. So just a little bit there to leave you with. But overall, still in the idea of how much we are affected there overall with the travel industry. So just a little something else that had just updated today there with the Polynesian type park there in Disney World. That'll do it for AM Ocala Live this Tuesday. Stay tuned for Wednesday. We got a good show for you. A little thanks to Galen, thanks to Tish, Matt Gibbs, and Carol Ann. Until tomorrow, everybody, goodbye.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
President Trump will be in Kenosha, Wisconsin today to meet with law enforcement and survey damage from recent riots in the streets there following the police shooting of Jacob Blake earlier this month. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot says she doesn't believe the president should be making the trip right now.
What we see from him over and over again, and particularly as part of his re-election bid, is to exploit tensions and division. And that's the last thing that Kenosha needs. It's the last thing that Wisconsin needs. And it's the last thing that our region and our country need.
The president saying Portland, Oregon leaders are not up to the task of handling violent protests in that city, telling Fox News last night the Democratic Mayor Ted Wheeler is incompetent after Wheeler blamed the president for an incident that killed a demonstrator over the weekend. This is USA Radio News.
I'm Dr. John Howe, veterinarian and 2020-2021 AVMA Immediate Past President with the latest on COVID-19 and pets. There's been a very limited number of infections in companion animals, with most cases asymptomatic or with minor respiratory issues. Here are some key tips. If you're healthy, keep practicing good hygiene with your pet. Wash your hands before and after playtime and when handling food, waste, or supplies. It's best if you don't let your pets interact with people or pets outside your household, especially if you're in an area with community spread. Exercise is important for your pet, but try to steer clear of crowded dog parks. Mind the heat. Socially distance. Keep cats indoors whenever possible. If you're ill with COVID-19, try to have someone care for your pets. If you can't always wear a mask, don't share food, kiss, or hug your pets, and wash your hands before and after any contact. For more information on keeping your pets happy, healthy, and safe, visit avma.org.
Firefighters are gaining some ground again against a huge wildfire burning east of San Jose, California. The 383,000-acre fire, now 60% contained, a gain of 10% since Sunday. The fire has injured at least 5 people, and it's destroyed more than 3 dozen structures. Former Trump advisor Steve Bannon's criminal trial's now been scheduled. Here's USA Radio's John Hunt.
The federal judge presiding over the case against Steve Bannon and 3 other men who allegedly defrauded donors with a fundraising campaign to build a wall along the southern border set a May 24, 2021 trial date for those 4 charged in the scheme. Bannon, who served as chief strategist for President Donald Trump, pled not guilty to charges earlier this month. He was released on $5 million bond and had to forfeit his passport.
More than 6 million Americans have now been sickened by coronavirus, and you're listening to USA Radio News.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-610-5739. 800-610-5739. That's 800-610-5739. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
For frequent flyers, it's kind of a big deal, as United Airlines is dropping change fees. Here's more from USA Radio's Tim Berg.
United Airlines is taking a big step to get customers back during the coronavirus pandemic. CEO Scott Kirby announcing the airline is permanently scrapping its $200 ticket change